Welcome back, fellow armchair generals, to this relatively quiet winter of 1941. We're continuing with our air defense campaign over the Reich. We're continuing with some naval operations in the, how do you say this? Well, let's say that the Danish Channel. Continuing operations in the eastern part of the Mediterranean. Yes, way off the Grand Banks. General strategic submarine warfare against the British. If we move to here, we get more. More contacts. We're having a little SS convention over here as we sort of get prepared for moving against Gibraltar. Armored engineers, this sounds like something fun to have. We also have Manstein down here. Hopefully this will be a relatively good fortress busting situation. Okay, we'll no longer receive money from supplies for Colombia. Coal to oil has advanced. That's a good thing. So we're improving our resources. This here having to have 5 in all of these, I find, I don't know, inappropriate, unnecessary. To get that, I don't know what seaport capabilities and airport capabilities have to do with heavy industry. I can see some of these, yes, but a bit much. Maybe it's just purely their way of wanting to delay it till later. I don't know. Still isn't attached to the... So that's a fairly powerful SS core there. Okay, we're going to again delay this. We're down to high popularity, unfortunately. I mean, that isn't a big unfortunate, but still. Okay, we're getting into... Okay, I want to build 2 more of these. to get these done hopefully soon too, as well as these to help in France and Yugoslavia. What's the other mud situation? Still mud. German-Soviet border and commercial agreement. Yes, we want to continue the deal. This will help with oil and rare materials. Cost us a little bit of supplies and IC, but I think it's worth it. And another tech is... and just cancel that. So we've got those both to 43 now. That'll be very good for us. We went into the red again because we lost our higher level. Those British ships. Probably subs. Since they're not in naval air, they're probably not doing great at spotting. Oh, they spotted them. Yep, coastal submarine, British. Rebuild the 5th flotilla. Okay, that sounds good. Destroyer escort bull is advanced. Large fuel tank. Research. Fire control systems, that'll be useful. These guys. See if we put them off here, see what they do. As in what they may start sinking. These guys have done good as they've approached. One. I'm sending them into around these islands here. This should be kicking Britain's butt with transports and escorts needing to be built. Yes, we will give them supplies. How's Japan doing for resources and needs? They could use steel, it seems. A lot of money. Let's see if they'll buy some steel from us. No. Oh well. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. They're storming our beach. Here. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're not going to get in the way of that. Yes, it's playing German names because of the GGA we have there. That's a lot of battleships and cruisers and whatnot. Okay. And carriers. 2 landing ships. Now they can use transports as invasion craft. Those are the seaplane tenders. Yeah. Okay. Go home. Rest up. Go home. Rest up. This isn't even worth, like, oh, we can destroy some ships. Go home. Stop. Rest up. Okay. No, Kurt Hessen, don't really know anything about him. Oh, this is to be part of the Channel Coast Defense. I haven't played this far in. That's who's currently watching the Channel Coast Defense. The headquarters just. Here. It was the 15th, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, we'll move it over here anyways. At some point I'm going to reorganize this once I start stripping away everything, getting ready to go. Yes, we'll sell some supplies. Now this is interesting that the Britain's doing this invasion, because they did do an invasion. One of these islands over here. A bit later in the war, and it didn't work out so well. They invaded just fine, but German air power cut them off, and they weren't able to hold it. Well, now see what this does for us. This actually helps us. I'm not just trying to make things sound good, because Britain will start supplying this Marine division up here, and that means we can cut the supply lines and sink more transports. So by them being contained on an island, means that they will do more. Steel production events. Okay, now this is very useful. All these are incredibly useful. Build cost down, build time down. So what we're going to do, we're going to say yes. And then we're going to... So now this is because of our various auto show events. I really look at all technological development is not purely, oh, we need to assign more researchers to go onto the drafting board and start drafting up stuff and testing stuff out. It's human innovation, intuition, development. It's not a linear thing. Sure, you can throw more research sources at it and focus on something and increase it, and I agree with that. The likelihood of breaking through with the development. But I also believe it's a dynamic sort of thing, sort of like the situation that they built in with that design research lab random events to give bonuses, and I picked air superiority, firepower for mine in this game, but I like that idea. So this is why I look at like commercial automotive development not pushed by the state, helping this along. So that's why I look at that as being a very legit thing. And yes, it should be worked out for more countries, but not all countries equally, because not all countries... Soviet Union wasn't big into developing new automotive techniques and capabilities. They were mostly stealing technology, to my understanding. And they obviously didn't have a commercial, being a communist state, didn't have a commercial industry that was working to advance this out of their own self-interest. Gasoline engines to 3. So we're going to cancel that. And then other free nations at this time period, many weren't. Like, I don't know, Portugal or Yugoslavia weren't doing any automotive research of any significance. And then I look at, I don't know, maybe some French viewers would correct this, but France, you know, it did have an automotive industry, Peugeot and others, but I don't see them as being quite the innovators that Germany was at the time. And hey, if you come up with a good company event thing that would sort of disprove that, I'll gladly take it and include it in one of my mods at some point. Well, we don't want modal in charge of this. He can be. Okay, medium navigation radar. Because I still think we're in a massive. Red zone one not as massive. I don't want to just fill it up with a bunch of things that aren't being researched. Yes, we'll do the propaganda broadcast. Not sure if that helps or hurts. It's Lord Haha. The British did listen to him, but I think they, as much sort of mockingly as any sort of feeling of despair or other conditions. See if they're at all effective at attacking. No. And that's because of snow. Let's see if they are against the headquarters. Yes. Not all that effective though. We'll let them be at it for a little while. Okay. These guys could help down there. Oil refining advance, that's good. And medicine advance. Artillery ammunition is advanced. Sorry if I'm not talking too much, because I'm just sort of reading what my options are and what I should think I should do. That type of thing. It's not in the red, is it? Yeah, no, good. Yay. Police elements are arriving. I don't have any enough police generals, but let's see who we can give them. SS general. Okay, for engineer frame research has advanced. Research that, not too much of a penalty. Oh, good. Hopefully occupation duties will be over soon. We'll leave him in charge of that. For most of these units here. And we'll leave him in charge. Still got this big red mess. Two more of those about ready to come up. Some SD units. These are cheaper by far. I think the SD are better though. Where's the SD? Am I just missing it? Looks good. Still more. It's not done. Finished. I guess we don't have a choice of what to do, so not that I wouldn't damage force. Does that give me, is that part of an event that gives me even more? I guess not. And Regiment Hermann Goering motorized. Yes, we want this. Keeps Goring happy, but it also converts things into a more useful division. I wish it's unfortunately slower than it probably should because Falsamager unit isn't motorized. But still, whatever. Okay, how are the supplies flowing? I'm not sure which way they're flowing. Political map. So these areas are no longer revolt risks because we have cores there. Alright, I think this will end this session. Not much in the way of action, I know, after the flurry of action. But we will by spring, summer be, yeah, now they have, well, just a headquarters, that's no problem. Flurry of action coming once we get spring, summer going.